Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. But of course, before we get into any of that, we have to talk about the car that's sitting behind me here, and you may recognize it. This is the Overflawed Entity XF, and it was at one point the fastest supercar in Grand Theft Auto Online, and it is a fully original supercar. Got added back in 2013 when the game initially came out, and it is back available for purchase this week in online exclusively. So after this week is gone, you will not be able to purchase the XF maybe ever again. So it is a very cool car. You should definitely get it, and it is actually discounted this week as well. So definitely keep that in mind. Definitely a very awesome car. But before we get into anything else, and before we talk about the Entity XF any further, we have to talk about how to make some money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, to start things off, we have some returning modes into Grand Theft Auto Online. Come Out to Play, Hasta La Vista, Motor Wars, Overtime Rumble, and Siege Mentality are all added back into the game. We also have double money and double RP on Acid Lab sale missions for the remainder of this week, so your Acid Lab is going to be earning twice the money that it normally would. We also have double money and double RP on the Junk Energy Skydives that you will find littered around the map. And on one of the returning modes, being Motor Wars, we have double money and double RP. Definitely try out Motor Wars this week, guys, and we're going to be getting some viewers involved in a Motor Wars game on the PC platform, so stay tuned for that. More announcements coming later in the week. We also have double money on armored truck robberies in free mode, and double money and RP, as well as arena points on the Arena War series. So if you guys are interested in that, that is going to be earning double money and double RP this week. Now, next up, we have to talk about the discounts going on in online this week as well. Now, we do have some that are exclusive to some of the dealerships. We're going to talk about those as they come up. But to start things off, let's go to Warstock Cash and Carry. Starting off on Warstock Cash and Carry, we have the Brigade 6x6 discounted this week. Now, this is not only discounted on Warstock, but it is discounted in the Freak Shop, which is the only place where you should buy the Brigade 6x6, because buying it on the website does not grant you access to skipping any of the DAX missions that you're going to need to do in order to put the Acid Lab in the Brigade. So do not buy one on Warstock Cash and Carry. Simply buy it when you get the option in the Freak Shop after you've completed the initial first dose missions from the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC. Hey guys, me from the future here. I also totally forgot to mention that the Acid Lab is discounted by 40% off, including the upgrades and modifications. So that means picking up the Acid Lab, and I do believe that the equipment upgrade is also discounted by 40%. So upgrade your Acid Labs this week, guys, for sure. Scrolling a little bit further down here, guys, we'll find that the Valkyrie is on sale this week for 50% off, which is a huge discount, and that is for good reason. If you are a solo player, the Valkyrie is going to be absolutely useless to you unless you just like the look of the vehicle itself. But in order to actually do any sort of offensive damage with the Valkyrie, you're going to need another player with you. And if you do not have one, you will not be shooting anything with your Valkyrie. So keep that in mind. If you're a solo player, I would absolutely avoid picking up the Valkyrie even on a 50% discount. It's just simply not really worth it, especially when we have vehicles like the Savage in the game that are just so much better for solo players. The Valkyrie is a little bit useless nowadays. However, if you do play with friends, the Valkyrie could be a very good vehicle to pick up, although it does have very weak armor, so just be aware of that. Moving over to Legendary Motorsport, we have the Benefactor SM722 discounted this week by 30% off, which is a pretty good discount on this vehicle. Overall, it's not that great performance-wise. If you're interested in it, you could pick it up while it's on discount, but honestly, you're not going to win any races with it. It does have some cool customization. I would skip it for the majority of players unless you have way too much money and you don't know what to do with it. And heading down to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have the Dinka Kanjo SJ discounted this week by 40% off. Not a very cool car, however, it does have a ton of customization. If you're into older Honda Civics, this would be a cool vehicle for you to pick up. For the majority of players, I can't necessarily recommend it. It is front wheel drive, it doesn't handle very well, and I personally don't think it looks very good. And under the four-door section, we have the Weenie Issy Rally, which does have an HSW upgrade if you are on the expanded and enhanced edition of the game. Overall, it's not a very impressive vehicle. It is in the SUVs category. It is a four-seater Weenie Issy, but it's not that impressive of a vehicle. Even with HSW on it as well, it's not that fast and it's not that good. I would say avoid the Weenie Issy Rally this week unless you have way too much money. And last but not least, on the Arena War website, the Vapid Dominator is discounted by 40% off, and the Apocalypse version of it, the Future Shock version, and the Nightmare version, upgrades are all 40% off as well. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these, you can do that for 40% off this week. Alright guys, so that is it for the discounted vehicles until we go to the dealerships at least. Let's head over to the casino and talk about the podium vehicle, and then to the car meet and we'll talk about the prize ride. Alright guys, here within the casino, the podium vehicle for the week is the Grotti Stinger GT. This is an absolutely awesome vehicle, and it is a removed one at that. So if you guys are interested in this, you should definitely come to the casino every single day and try to win it. It is a very, very cool car, and it's actually got some decent performance. You're not going to win any sports classic races with it, but it is a cool car to have for free mode for sure. And within the LS car meet, the prize ride this week is the Volcar Nebula Turbo, and in order to win this vehicle, you're going to have to place top 3 for 2 days in a row. If you like drift cars, the Nebula Turbo is for you for sure. If you like anything that's fast or cool, the Nebula Turbo is probably one you could avoid this week. The challenge is pretty easy, so if you have the time, definitely go for it, but if you don't really care, don't bother. Now, starting things off in the LS car meet for the vehicles that are available this week, the Enos Super Diamond has been added back into the game for the remainder of this week, so if you guys don't have a Super Diamond and you want to pick one up, I would absolutely recommend doing so while it is available this week. The Weenie Dynasty is another discounted vehicle this week for 50% off. So this thing is half price right now. Not the coolest car I've ever seen, I'm not going to lie, but if you guys are interested in it, it is 50% off. And, of course, the Overflawed Entity XF is discounted by 40% off this week. Absolutely pick one of these up if you have the money or the garage space. It's 100% worth getting, and it's a removed vehicle now, so yeah, definitely show the Entity XF some love. And at Simeon's dealership, we have the Weenie Issy Rally, which is a discounted vehicle like I mentioned, available to be purchased in here. We have the Declassy Tahoma Coupe, the Dinka Jester RR, the Dinka Kanjo SJ, which is also discounted like I mentioned, and of course we have the Annis 300R as well. And at the Luxury Autos dealership, we have the SM722, which is discounted, and the Ocelot Virtue available to be purchased this week. So that is pretty much it for the update week in Grand Theft Auto Online this week, guys. But one more thing, we gotta go over the time trials. Your RC Bandito time trial for today is Cypress Flats. Your Junk Energy time trial is Mirror Park. Your regular time trial is Power Station, and your HSW time trial is Ron Alternates to Elysian Island, and I do believe that that one starts right around here. So there you have it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course very much appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.